name is Justin Shrair, the new Communications and Community Engagement Specialist for the town of Cohasset, and today I am joined by the brand new Fire Chief. This is Chief John Dockray. John, good evening, good afternoon, good to see you. First, how you doing? How you feeling?
I'm doing very good. Thank you, Justin, for coming over to the fire station here at 44 Elm Street and visiting us.
Absolutely.
And it's been a pleasure. I've been chief now for just a little over a month, and it's been a lot of fun.
That's great. Wonderful. And I know you've been here for many years before that.
Yes, well, I'm in my 29th year here at the fire department, and I can't believe it just feels like I started 29 years ago, walking in the back door to this place my first day.
Oh, good. You look like you're 25 years old.
Thanks, Justin.
You're welcome. You're
Thanks.
welcome.
Thanks.
Today we're here to talk a little bit about some fire safety as we move into the summer months here. We want to first talk a little bit about smoke detectors and carbon monoxide detectors. Talk to me a little bit about what you have in your hand today.
So what I have in my hand right here is a smoke detector and a carbon monoxide detector all in one. Okay? And this is key. Early detection is key to everyone getting out of the building in a timely manner. Okay? So you want to make sure you have a working smoke detector in your house. There's a button, you can test it. Okay, you can test it once a month. The other thing too is that during our daylight savings time periods and in the fall and the spring, change the batteries. Okay, and the other thing too is you want to make sure your detector has a date within 10 years of manufacture. So those are the three components to make sure you have a working smoke detector in your residence.
So I'm curious because folks ask me this all the time, and folks probably ask you this all the time. You know, how many smoke detectors should you have in your house? How many carbon monoxide detectors would you say that you should have in your home?
So I'll take the carbon monoxide detector question first.
Okay.
So under the code, it requires one in each habitable level of the residence and within 10 feet of the door to a bedroom. Okay, so if you have just one floor living with two bedrooms that are within 10, doors within 10 feet of each other, you just need one. But if you have a two-story house, you need one on the first floor, one on the second floor, okay? And depending how far the bedrooms are apart, you may need to have two on the second floor. And if you have a three-story building, you need to have one on the third floor. And again, what's the distance to the door to the carbon monoxide detector? Now, smoke detectors, through the years, the codes have changed. Anything built prior to 1975 just requires a battery smoke detector on each habitable level and outside the bedroom. Then, after 1975, required the smoke detectors to be hardwired interconnected. Then in 1998, the code changed again. We required smoke detectors to be installed inside and outside the bedrooms and at the base of stairwells. So it all depends on when the house was built and if any building permits have been issued to the structure and the type of work that was performed will require what kind of code requirement for the smoke detectors.
And so I have a question. Let's say it's 2 in the morning and your smoke detector goes off or your carbon monoxide detector goes off. It's important not to think that it malfunctions. And I know you probably sometimes get these questions. If you think it's malfunctioning at 2 in the morning or you hear it, what's the first thing that you should do?
First thing you should do, get everyone up, get everyone out of the house, call 911. Let us come and make that determination for you, okay? Because we will also come with our atmospheric monitor.
Okay.
Because carbon monoxide is an odorless, tasteless gas you can't see. And you may think this is going off because a battery issue or a spider. Let us come, let us bring our atmospheric monitors in. Obviously we can see if there's smoke or not, so we can rule out that there's no fire if there's no smoke. But let us rule out the carbon monoxide issue, because if you let your guard down, something bad can happen. And that's what we're here for. We're here 24/7 to serve the community and provide that level of safety that they need and answer the unsure questions that they may have because the device is going off.
So whether it's 2 in the morning or 2 in the afternoon, if you hear that going off, call 911 immediately and get out of the house.
Exactly. That's what we're here for.
Let's talk a little bit about grill safety. I know as we're moving into the summer months, a lot of folks are taking those grills back out, taking the covers off, and starting to use grills once again. What would you say to folks so they could be safe around those gas grills?
So the first thing, all gas grills should be at least 10 feet away from any structure when you're using it, okay? So make sure your gas grill is 10 feet away from the house, the garage, the barn, the shed. Okay, that's rule number one. Number two, you should give it a good cleaning. A lot of the grease builds up at the bottom of those pans, and we end up responding to, everyone thinks the propane tank's on fire, but it's the grease on the bottom of the grill that's on fire. So you should give that grill a good cleaning before you use it. Also, when you're done using it, make sure you shut off all the burner valves, and then make sure you shut off the propane tank. Because that's another issue we have, is that people will leave the propane tank on.
Really?
Yeah, and all of a sudden a burner gets put on, it did ignite, and people are going, I smell gas, I smell gas. And sure enough, they call us, and we come out, and it's, the propane was left on.
That's really, really interesting. And that 10-foot rule is interesting as well. And so you want to make sure that, like you said, is 10 feet from your house?
10 feet from any structure.
From any structure.
Your own house, the detached garage,
Okay.
the shed, the barn. You want to be 10 feet away from any structure when you're using your grill.
Have you seen fire start if it's close to the house and somebody turns it on and forgets about it?
Oh yeah,
Really?
we've had a couple. We've had a couple house fires due to the gas grill was too close to the structure.
Okay. And another thing that I want to talk to you about is fire extinguishers.
Sure.
How many fire extinguishers would you recommend that folks have in their house? Should they have any? I know in my house I've got one downstairs in my apartment, and then I have a second floor. I happen to have a second one upstairs in my apartment.
Yeah. No, I recommend you have a fire extinguisher on all levels. Okay. The best place is the best thing is know where it is, where you locate it. Now we see a lot of people put fire extinguishers under kitchen cabinets, especially under the kitchen sink.
Okay.
And what happens is it starts at the front of the cabinet door, and as things go along, things get pushed in, and all of a sudden the fire extinguisher's at the back of the cabinet when you need it. Okay. And one thing, if I can.
Yeah, absolutely.
I got one right here.
Yep.
A couple of things you want to check to make sure it's fully charged. Most of them have a gauge with a green indicator. Make sure that yellow needle is within the green indicator. Okay? And just one small one. Now the other thing too is, don't attempt this to put the fire out and not call us. Still call us, okay? Because fire can find little hidden spaces and get going that you didn't extinguish properly, okay? Again, a fire extinguisher also is meant to help get you out of the house, okay? And get everyone out of the house. That's the big thing. To use a fire extinguisher properly is called the acronym PASS, which is PASS, which is pull, aim, and squeeze. So what you want to do is you want to pull the pin. I'm not going to pull this pin. Yeah. Okay. Aim at the base of the fire.
Okay.
Squeeze the trigger, and then sweep at the base of the fire to put it out. Okay. But again, if you have to use this, please make sure someone is calling 911, or once you get the fire darkened down enough that you can call 911 and get out of the house.
Okay.
Okay.
What about grease fires? I know some people try to put it out with water.
Ooh.
Not the best idea. Is that correct?
No. The best way to put out a grease fire is either using baking powder, baking soda, or put a lid on it. Water is the last thing to do, because water, the fire will splash out of the pan and now go on the countertop and get up into the kitchen cabinets above the stove, and now that fire is going to expand quicker than you can get out of the house. Okay.
And then how about for the kids out there? I know let's say if they see a fire, what would you tell them? If they're inside a house, they smell smoke, they see fire, they hear alarms going off, what's your message to the kids out there?
Get out of the house. Start yelling, notify everyone in the house that the house is on fire, and get out and call 911. The other thing too is families should have a rally location.
Okay.
So if it's at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 2 o'clock in the morning, they know where to meet in the event the fire alarms go off in the house or there's an actual fire in the house. So that when we arrive, we know everyone is accounted for. Okay, that makes our job a little bit easier, that we know no one else is still in the house.
I was going to say, being prepared is probably your best option. You want to make sure that you're prepared with all these items. God forbid something happens.
Correct. Houses can be rebuilt. Human lives can't be restored.
Yeah.
And so That's the big thing, is just get out of the house, get to a relocation point, and let us know everyone's safe. And then therefore, we don't have to be concerned doing a search and rescue, looking for someone still trapped, because you helped us by telling us everyone made it out of the house. Okay.
So July 4th is coming up in about a month or so.
Yes.
Let's talk a little bit about fireworks, sparklers, fireworks that you guys like or that you guys don't like as I assume as firefighters, you don't like the fireworks.
So yeah, fireworks, all fireworks in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts are illegal.
Okay.
Sparklers are illegal, little fireworks are illegal, bottle rockets, they're all illegal, okay? The only fireworks that are allowed are ones that are permitted, that are done by professionals who are licensed in the Commonwealth, okay? So all fireworks are illegal.
And I think that's a very important note to hit on, that
Yeah.
all those fireworks are illegal and that they really should
Yeah.
only be done by a professional service that has the correct permits to operate.
Yeah, they have a license issued from the State Fire Marshal in the Commonwealth
Okay.
of Massachusetts.
Okay.
Those are the only fireworks that are accepted. okay?
And I assume over the last 20 years, you've seen some firework accidents, even though they
Yeah.
happen to be illegal.
Yeah, we've seen fireworks accidents starting fires
Okay.
and also injuring hands to children and adults.
Okay.
Yeah, so, yeah, fireworks are definitely illegal. Leave it to the professionals to do the fireworks show.
Before I let you go, I got one more thing that I want to ask you about. Pets. You've got pets in the house and you run out of the house because there's a fire, because there's an alarm going off. Don't go back into the building, is that correct?
Correct.
Alert the firefighters when they get on scene.
Correct. I will tell you, yeah, please, once you get out of the house, stay out of the house.
Okay.
If there is a family pet, tell us. We will go searching for it. And on one of my fires years ago, I ended up finding a cat under a bed. You know?
They like to hide.
They hide. Oh, the animals will hide. And that's the one thing is, do not hide. As human beings, do not hide. Get out of the house. Animals will hide. Animals will, I don't know what it is, but they will survive. And as long as we know there's an animal in there, we will try to go find the family pet.
Okay. Okay. Chief John Dockray, thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate your time.
You're welcome.
If you have any more information, you can head on to the fire department's website. You can always send Chief Dockray an email.
Yes.
And folks can always stop in. I know your firefighters are wonderful here. They love to speak to the community.
Yep, we, anytime, stop in, give us a call. We're here 24/7 to serve the community and answer any questions that you have.
Wonderful. As we all like to say, in any case of an emergency, always dial 911. Thank you so much and have a great day.